Tuning in to 96 Point the Doin. Here we go. You got Jay and Chris coming at you hot, coming at you loud, coming at you hard.
How you like that? Take it back. Don't lose that Lincoln Park double back.
Lincoln Park double back.
Hey, you know, when I hear New Divide coming on and my toes start tapping, I'm like, Chester Bennington, thanks so much. You're my boy. I'm going to give you a slap on the tush. I have a statement to make
Jesus Christ.
regarding all Big Bang Theory fans. I see what you do to my video that I bled for literally, even though the scene was not used. We put blood, sweat, tears, and Sheldon Cooper cardboard cutouts on the line for your laughs. And you come seeking season 10, as if it is a thing that really exists. And you down like us. You vote us down into the dirt. I'll have you know this, fools. We will keep the ratio above the dislikes at any cost.
Can't happen.
How? Fake accounts. We'll keep it going. The moment I see one, the moment I'll start making something on Gmail. Just swat them down like
You'll never catch up with them.
flies. What do you think? They'll mount to something incredible one day? 8,000 dislikes, 35 likes. I will stay up at night, tirelessly creating accounts, all for one like. The message will be sent. These filthy comedy connoisseurs cannot eclipse us. How are you not outraged by this?
What did you expect?
Brilliant people to come out of the woodwork.
With the way that we titled it, no, you could not have expected that.
There was one. He was like, LOL, Lambo, forget that Sheldon Cooper fuck. What was it he said?
Something like that.
That's my boy right there.
Lamo.
But there's been all
I like my favorite comment so far is BAM.
B-A-A-M. It was like B-A space A-M or something.
B-A.
Bam Margera, my man, put out that video game you were talking about for so long and you weren't in the Jackass PSP game. You know about that?
Yeah.
He said he was going to wait until he could put out his own game. Because he is
Still waiting on it.
Still waiting. Good movie.
No.
Well, there's been all kinds of stuff going on with our Big Bang Theory video lately. There's been nasty people. Mr. Sam Hunt 12. Look him up. Name drop.
It's Minecraft videos. He's like,
His Minecraft videos are incredible, and we called him out on that. And he deleted his negative comment.
He's out of here.
We remember. I remember your name. I'm not going to put up with this stuff. If you try to fight me, I'm going to put you down. Bury your head in the dirt.
So you've taken my philosophy from Rocket League.
Rocket League. Yes, I have. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have these bad little boys, these international fans.
I have to give him a spanking.
Why is it that international people, okay, overseas people, as you know, as in from our, I guess they're probably listening right now, from our point of view, why are you the ones that fall for the trailer trick? You should know that something called RJ3K Productions is not going to put out that video. Weigh in.
It might not be their native tongue.
Come on, it has like what, 2,000 views?
They might think they got there early. Early bird gets the worm.
I'm mad. I'm still mad about it all. I mean, these fucks. Who is it that's just really coming out for the Big Bang Theory?
Why are you mad about it? You wanted to name that one video we are going to do Donald Trump supporters attack Bernie Sanders liberals.
Well, Bernie Sanders people would find and be like, yeah.
No, it'd be the opposite.
You're saying they're not all over the place and crazy? You think only Donald Trump fans can be that way? They're the ones.
Well, no,
they're the international viewers.
Bernie supporters are probably more.
They're not
online.
passive.
They're more on.
They're internet soldiers. They're here to support the Burning Man. The Burning Man, I meant to say. All I know is, if you're taking up a fucking pitchfork or sword or torch for fucking Big Bang Theory, I hope you are cast down into the abyss by Lord Sheldon Parsons. Well, anyway, after that long intro, welcome to podcast 19. What do you think about it so far?
We've come a long way. 20? We're almost at 20?
I think 20 is where it will stop. I said 21, I'd be happy, but I'm ready. 20 is a nice, good number. Was it composite and prime, or what is it? Prime numbers versus, what's the opposite of prime? Even?
Is it composite?
I don't know anymore.
I don't remember either.
Do you remember those?
Oh, that's bad.
Do you remember those trees you could make with multiplying?
It's composite.
Or whatever.
It's
Is it
composite.
really?
It's definitely right? It has to be. This is bad.
Well, you know what I mean. Well, good. It's a good composite number. It's going to be the last one for a little while. We're not going to get into that. But what we are going to get into.
Well, it was just like last summer.
Yeah.
So we
have our down
another
period.
season wrapping up.
But the good thing is I have many videos under my
tool belt
sleeve that I'm waiting to drop on your heads.
Well, we're going to start working on something tonight, too.
Oh, something dirty. Something good. Something clean. Something raucous. Something mean. That's me. Anyway, what did we do Wednesday?
We took a little road trip
to my old hometown, Birmingham, Alabama. Yes, the cat's out of the bag. You've learned. I am from there. What did we do? What was the point?
We just wanted to have a good old time, I think.
Good old time. Going from the heart of Atlanta.
What was the first stop? We stopped at a great little Mediterranean place nestled.
Ooh, Al's Greek
Delicatessen. That's such a gross word.
It's a great place down by the University of Alabama, Birmingham. That's got some mean stuff. Some good burgers. Some mean drinks.
You know, those progressives were eyeballing you when you lit up that cigarette.
Thought we talked about cigarettes on the podcast.
Did we?
No. I just want look. I called it the Birmingham hedonism trip. Well, first the Birmingham Bohemian trip, which I mean, I could still argue for that. There could be something for that. You know, it's irregular patterns of behavior as a lifestyle, so we could technically consider what we're. I don't know, but Bohemian is a weird word. Anyway, it was the Birmingham hedonism trip. Chris is going to be going away for a little while. Cat's out of the bag again, but I wanted to take him to some of the highlights and hot spots in my old damn town where I hail from, the big Iron City, Mon.
The Pittsburgh of the South.
It's the pits, all right. But yeah, after that we went to a sick place called Second and Charles.
There are a lot of kids looking for Assassin's Creed on GameCube.
A lot of kids.
I like that.
A lot
That's
of little
my favorite
fuckers that wouldn't move out from the fucking Xbox One display case. I wanted to kick them in the fucking face, but they wouldn't move. They were admiring copies of Call of Duty 3. Actually, Call of Duty 3 is a pretty good game.
No, it's not.
I think it's a pretty great game. Call of Duty 2 is a good game.
It's better.
Call of Duty 3 had those. Didn't it have, like, for the first time, QuickTime events?
It probably did, yeah.
You know, like the little
like
grappling
the
parts.
push the right thumbstick to kill.
Yeah. Well, no, like, you know, somebody would, like, get you pinned down on the side of a fucking...
Yeah, and you press the right thumbstick and it
No,
slaughter.
you tap Y while doing a little circle with the D-pad. And no, I've never used the D-pad in any modern game except for Gears and FIFA 16. Anyway, from there, well, there were a lot of posters, weren't there?
Oh yeah,
A lot of good weed posters about.
Well, there are a lot of posters besides that too. There's got a lot of Death Note.
What was with that? Did that came out
Well,
in 2008?
That shop was
is
like
that?
a secondhand Books a Million.
Why was there
wasn't
so
it?
much? It was like an everything
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was
store.
weird.
It was like pop culture store. It was like
Yeah.
a big Spencer's minus the like attitude.
There was like one section that was like adults only or something, where the weed posters were,
That's adult.
and where the Tyler Perry movies
Or is
were.
it that statistically, most posters are related to weed
No.
because it's for young adults and teenagers, and they're typically the ones who are into the weed wanna, and they like posters about weed and drugs and
Put that
Alice
up
in
on your room.
Wonderland and stuff like that. I don't know, lots of that. And from there, we went to the great. We kind of fucked around for a minute. We went to that shitty mall.
Yeah, that's a terrible mall.
That shitty mall with the wacky Books a Million. And then we went to the Great Avondale Brewery.
That was good. That was a fun time.
We had a moment where we had to.
We got there like 30 minutes early.
Kind of wait around,
Before it
even though
opened.
they were kind of open. We didn't want to be rude. We wanted to stick to the rules. It was like 3:30, so we paced around in the 100-degree weather. And this is in a part of Birmingham that's pretty damn old and very downtown. Lots of
It's like full of defunct industrial areas
and homeless
and
people
warehouses.
and men on bikes that are going in circles and pigeon archways, pigeon gate.
Pigeon Gate, Poop Gate.
I went to the old site, the venue I used to go to all the time, the historic firehouse that is now condemned and shut down. Used to go to all kinds of hardcore shows there
And
back
why
in the
was that
day.
shut down again?
Some kid got impaled on a fucking nail. You know, like the back end of a nail that's sticking out, the thumb pusher thing. Somehow it went into his back, which is really disturbing. Or was it a girl? I can't remember. There's a place in Birmingham called Zydeco, near the J. Clyde, where this shitty band Asking Alexandria tore down the roof and it like sliced some girl's head open.
Wait, tore down the roof. What do you mean?
Not the roof, but the ceiling is very low in Zydeco. If
I know. I've been
someone
there.
your height can
I've
almost
been there.
touch it, probably. Chris is a tall man, and it's probably on YouTube. If you look up Asking Alexandria Zydeco, there's this part where Danny Worsnop, the lead vocalist, don't ask me why I know that, told everybody to fucking jump and tear down the ceiling.
Wow, and it really actually like,
And like,
collapsed.
yeah, well, it was so easy, and like a light or something came down and like sliced some girl's head open. And some years later, I think you were there actually. Was the Acacia Strain like playing or something, and they like welcomed the girl up on stage?
No,
she was still there.
We saw the
Top
posters
in
right
You.
there.
We saw the Top in You. It was a Whitechapel concert, unfortunately. I hate to even mention these names on my podcast, but
Well, I was just along for the ride,
yeah, and
but it was a fun time.
It was fun still to be in a room full of sweaty men spinning in a circle.
I like the like fairly rotund, short people that like just spin in a circle with their berets.
I like
and,
the ones who the berets and the driving caps. Oh my god! I like the ones that just like kind of pace around aggressively before doing anything.
and then they
kinda-
like do a little move, and everyone's like, "That was really underwhelming."
yeah. Well, we are. Most people are like, "Wow, what a sick bitch." Sick with two Q's, man.
With a Y,
ooh, it's SYQQ.
BICH.
But
That's
yeah,
it.
after that we went to a disappointing place called the J. Clyde. Back in my day, that was a cool joint, but they overcharged us for a beef, a fucking slab of ground chuck on a bun.
I ordered the patty melt, and they were out of
hamburger.
mushrooms.
Yeah, and it was really fucking expensive.
Yeah, didn't we spend both over $30?
Well, mine was like 23.
For
and
something
I
that-
tipped 7 because I, for some reason, liked the waitress. I thought she
Yeah.
was sassy.
Al's, we spent like $9, and it was
And
like
didn't have to
far
tip.
and above.
We
Much
didn't
better.
have to tip.
Oh yeah,
Well, Al's is by no means great food. It's just kind of
it's
like
pretty good.
good
It's
made
like different,
to order
I
stuff.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the hummus and pita, man. Something strange just happened. I can't describe it, but me and Chris just exchanged a look. Anyway, there's all kinds of stuff happening in our patch of the woods. What do you think about the Dan Reichert sty patch?
See, I was concerned he actually something actually
He
happened
walked
to his
into
eye.
a door and he now
No, I knew he had a sty, but
he's Blofeld from Bond.
a sty could lead to worse conditions.
Tell
And
me
once
about
he got
it.
that other eye patch that wasn't just like a pack of ice, I was like, uh-oh.
What if he came in and was wearing 2 eye patches?
What if he came in and just no eye patch, just was missing his eye?
No eye. Oh, he got like a glass eye, like
No, just nothing
like-
was there. It was just a sock.
There was an influential Mobile rapper known as the Last Mr. Big who died, but he had a glass eye, and you just reminded me of him. He has a song called Trial Time, which may be our outro this week.
There's a really great underground guy who has he doesn't have a glass eye or anything. It's just empty. His name's Fetty Wap. Seriously,
It's empty.
Look him up. Look
I've
up.
seen him. It's just like the you don't have a pupil thing, right?
No, he has no eye.
It's just that thing where you lost the pupil or whatever.
It's a glass eye. Oh,
Wow.
That's ugh.
Why does it say Zoogang on his fucking head? It's got like 3 stars out of 5 on the other side.
3 stars out of 10. That's what I'd rate him.
Ugh. Wow. I like that eBay. Fetty Wap right eye bruh. Why do you have to throw in bruh? Anyway, rest in peace, Dan Reichert, boy. I mean, the sty is probably going to get lanced soon, right?
I don't know. I don't know how those work. Didn't your dog have a sty in the eye?
Oh, I wish you bring that up.
Oh, sorry. You brought it up
Poor
earlier.
girl did because she was sad and old. But it got so horrible because my parents worked so much and so did I that that we almost had to take her eye off. Out. But fortunately we had some good ass surgery that got that stuff out, but 3 months later dead. She was a good dog. I love you, Sherry. Hope you're flying through the angels, barking at people and hitting them with sticks. Anyway, so do you believe in the reconnaissance?
I think it's over. I think
You've heard about
it's
it.
passed. Yeah.
You know what's happening.
Whoa. I think the reconnaissance consisted of True Detective, Dallas Buyers Club,
Yeah.
and Interstellar.
Dallas Buyers Club was great.
Was that? I think that's
pretty much.
probably it, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's over now. Now he's in Lincoln Ads.
You mean the Free State of Jones,
Oh,
which recently it came out.
I know. I'd heard about it.
This came out. Let's
I saw
see.
a trailer for it.
June 24th.
That was yesterday.
Wow. And yeah,
Yep. 40%.
40%.
What a
on
terrible
Rotten
name.
Tomatoes.
Also, that's a bad name for a movie.
But wow, that just sucks, man. Because you were doing it right. I say. It's got
You foghorn leghorn.
Mahershala Ali. I love him as Moses Washington. It's got Gugu Mbatau, Raw, and Sean Bridgers, my boys. Yeah. What a wreck. Morris was excited the other day. He was talking to me at work, and he was like, "Hey, man, I'm going to see this. It's going to be good." And I was like, I already
I
know.
mean, it could have been good, I guess. Like, it had
Coulda.
potential. But,
Didn't.
oh, sure. Hey, Jackknife Man or whatever it's called is not getting great reviews.
Swiss Army Man? What are you talking about?
It's not. I'm telling you.
I don't believe. I'm looking up Swiss Army Man. Hold on, everybody. A little live typing. Oh, dear. Well, I'll still see it because it's what's happening. But, damn. Why?
See, it's pretty mixed, like half and half almost.
Well, most dramedies are. Is that Reese back there? Anyway, yeah, movie sucked today. Finding Dory is doing hot.
Of course it is. Of
It's a
course.
Pixar movie, so, you know.
And a sequel. That's the. ugh.
I didn't like Finding Nemo. Everybody else
I don't remember it. I don't
did.
remember
I
it at
used to
all.
own it on DVD box set. I didn't like it. I'm not the Pixar file that so many people are.
Yeah,
But yo, check this out. Check this out. Independence Day. Oh man. Wow, 34%. It's undeniably visibly impressive, but like its predecessor, Independence Day Resurgence lacks enough emotional heft to support its end-of-the-world narrative stakes.
I'm actually shocked that the audience score is that low.
Yeah, usually I love the shit.
I feel like people would go back and be like, Independence Day sequel, all right.
BFG is here. I sent you like a fucking picture of that thing's face. Wasn't that a Road Doll or like story or something? The BFG?
Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Big fat guy.
The big fucking
Big
goof.
fucking giant. Goof! What a goof! Moving on. Did you have anything you wanted to talk about? Come on, Chris.
I do have something for
Tell me
you.
about something. Give me something here. Give me a talk. Give me a look.
You gave me a list of things.
Oh, what's this?
Are you ready for this?
Groceries?
Yeah. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Sure. Why not?
Remember this game we played last week or last podcast?
Barbie Sea Sail Adventure?
No.
Oh, which one then? Hot Wheels Racer Boys.
What did you call it? Was it Hot Wheels? Is that what you called it?
Hot Cars
And Fast Women.
Engine Race. What?
The fucking game we played where you say stuff and I say good or bad.
Oh, I thought you were talking about an actual Let's Play or something. Oh, you mean Opinion Scramble.
Oh, Opinion Scramble. You want to save that for later? Or
No, I'll
now?
do it now.
Are you ready? You're going to play a backing track for this, right?
No, yes. I haven't edited the other one, so I will. That's a strange thing to say. Give it. I'm ready.
I'm going to give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Cars.
Good.
Boxed wine.
Bad.
iPhones.
Bad.
Duct tape wallets.
Bad.
Emojis.
Good.
Mold.
Good.
Marcus Phoenix.
Good.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Bad.
Waffle House.
Bad.
David Liebehart.
Good.
Huddle House.
Good.
BB guns.
Good.
Disturbed.
Bad.
Disturbed.
Bad.
Elbow grease.
Good.
Disturbed.
Bad.
Steel Reserve.
Good.
Pepsi.
Bad.
Ela Klein.
Bad.
Potato skins.
Good.
Disturbed.
Good.
That's it. You did well.
Now, moving on, I wanted to talk about one of the greatest scourges. Or is it scourge?
Scourge. It's Scourge.
Now, moving on, I wanted to talk about one of the greatest scourges ruining humanity today.
You keep both those in.
There's something wretched out there, something dark and ugly, something that wallows in the mud, something terrifying, something evil. What could it be? I'll tell you what it is.
It's Bill O'Reilly.
It's America's Got Talent,
Oh.
Bill O'Reilly's favorite show.
Bill O'Reilly's got talent.
Now look, and that's no spin right there. Now look. What do you know about America's Got Talent, Crip?
Hey, look, I learn everything from Facebook posts. Shared posts, baby. That's what I like to see. I like to see someone putting firecrackers in their pants. I like to see a little child sing and dance.
Yeah.
I like to see
Yeah.
a big man prance.
Oh, shoot.
I like to see that boil Lance.
That's what's up, man. That's Lance, that boy. Well, I like your... Thanks for the opinion, but America's Got Talent is so many things to me. Every now and then, if you use social media, and I don't... Actually, not every now and then. Almost every day, you get on at least... If you use more than one social media website, which, you know, fuck you, I do it too, there will be something from America's Got Talent circulating. Some clip of a crazy guy doing something crazy on the show. Like, crazy old man sings drowning pool song Bodies.
Is that real?
Yes.
You've seen the firecracker stunt, right? Where he puts
Yes.
firecrackers in his underwear. It's real
Yes.
funny. They cut back to Howard Stern, and he's just like,
Or
and they cut back to Howie Long. Was that his name? Not
Howie
Howie Long.
Mandel.
Howie Mandel.
That's an old
and he's
season,
just
too.
like, Look at his little soul patch.
Ooh, it's so bad.
He's gotta save his food for later, you know?
Ugh.
And he looks like he's in a stupor.
I'll put him in a cooker. Anyway, man, recently there was some girl, some little bitch,
Right, I can't remember the
Grace
name, but
Vanderwall,
right. With
Who-
2 A's. Wow.
came out with a fucking... Now look, okay, the show is made up of, in its current form, it's like on season 32 or something,
No, it's not. It's like on season 10.
Howie Mandel, whatever it
Is
is.
he still on there?
Oh, yeah.
Who are the hosts right now?
Howie Mandel.
Piers Morgan is gone, right?
Yeah. Mel B,
I'm sorry?
Heidi Klum, and the never-ending Simon Cowell
Really?
of
And Howard Stern
American
is gone, right?
Idol fame. Yeah, I think that was last season.
Wait, so Simon Cowell's on America's Got Talent, but
Yes.
not the Britain's Got Talent one?
I think he's on that too.
Oh, good.
Look, he just makes the rounds for these mediocre fucking panel opinion shows where everyone just says, "Oh, aren't you great?" The horrifying thing about it is, there's a lot of auditions for these shows. It's very similar to American Idol. It's the same circle of mediocrity as that and all these talent-based shows. Like,
I would argue American Idol's far worse.
No.
I think it's worse.
it came first.
I think, look.
everything is derivative.
No. I think American Idol is worse solely based on the fact that the best people in that show sing really bad music. So at its peak, it's going to be terrible.
But no, American Idol would be, if it was going today, those same people
It is
showing
going
up
today.
in your Facebook feed.
This year was the last season.
Wouldn't it be those same people showing up in your Facebook feed with crazy guy sings death metal vocals on American Idol?
Small child sings Death Grips.
Wouldn't it be? Now that would be great.
No, it wouldn't.
But their hit single "Pussy Liquor Robotron" episode title almost if it didn't have pussy liquor. What a phrase, pussy liquor. We're bad today. But man, this show is just an exercise in mediocrity because the worst thing that it does is when they have somebody crazy or something that they think is really cute, like a little girl with a fucking ukulele singing some
Ooh.
Adele song, they'll do these reactions.
Right.
Where they pan to people in the audience going, "Oh."
It's totally canned reaction. Like that's it doesn't even have to be the same, showcase. It can be totally B-roll stuff and they just splice it.
Those
in.
people are so gross because they just give the most generic reactions humanly possible. Like if there's some dumb blonde bitch in the audience and some old man comes out singing Drowning Pool,
She's going to put
she'll
her
go
hands
like,
over her mouth.
It's just like, oh! And then it cuts to like Heidi Klum like backing away from the mic, and it's just like, man, these fuckers. This is the most watered down form of humanity there is. The most uninteresting, typical.
I think
garbage.
I think shows like that are bad solely based. I'm saying that a lot. Based on the fact that, like, it's so surface value. Like they don't do anything but immediately judge you. And that's what they are, they're judges. But like,
And Simon,
did I tell you what? I think me and Daniel talked about this. What we thought about
tell me what you and D-Boy said.
what we said about Tinder.
What
How
about
it's
Tinder?
the most primitive form of communication. It's literally like cavemen going, me fuck, no, me fuck, no, me fuck, yes, me fuck, yes.
Yes.
It's seriously like it's just so primitive and everything. Like, I don't know. You're right.
I don't know.
Watered down is a good way to put it.
Like,
It's
just the most generic humans possible. Now, did you ever watch The Grace Vanderwall?
I turned it on, then got a text from you, so I turned it off.
Here we go.
So no.
Live reactions. I want you to hear my cries. This is the 21 Pilots of TV shows.
My cries.
Grace Vanderwall, 12-year-old ukulele bitch. It's Golden Buzzer. America's Got Talent 2016. Yeah. Listen. Hold on. First of all, when she walks on,
Is there
there's
like
this
guitar
inspiring little number?
So
dun 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 dun.
See, they set it up. You already know. You already know it's going to be something. And it doesn't help that they like perpetuated this to
Now
make
look-
it like viral.
Now look,
so.
I'm gonna make a very Derek Acosta point here, but I don't get. Okay, this bitch is strumming on her ukulele out of time Like completely. Oh, but she's nervous, Jay. She's so cute, isn't it? Give
It's
her
a talent
break.
show.
I don't care. If you come to a fucking talent show, you come with infinite preparation. You have to be the best you have to fucking be. Possibly. I don't care. Fuck this. It is not cute that she's fucking up. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, Jay, you're so heartless. You're just a little girl. Fuck, she's on a fucking nationally, worldwide syndicated fucking show. Stop this shit. Comments?
If you walk onto a show, prepare to be raised to hell by the judges. That's what I see. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to get. I'm not going to get it here because it's not fair. They're playing into the fact that she's a little girl.
But what a mediocre thing to do. A little girl walks on stage and you got this dun 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 music playing. What? Fuck you. This is going to be a long fucking experience.
Hi, young lady. What is
Are we
your
talking
name?
over this?
Grace.
Hi, young lady.
Beautiful young lady.
You're beautiful. Fuck you, Hollywood Joe.
Condescending bitch.
How old are you?
And look at Heidi Klum just having a little subtle. This is so cute. What's happening? Look at Simon Cowell here. I'm a
Don't pause.
fucking-
We got to keep going. Don't pause. Don't
I
pause.
can't help it.
12.
Ah!
Oh,
He
I
shaved
wish
the soul patch. Canned reaction to
just means
people
he has
giggling.
no personality now.
Yes.
Oh.
I wish all the red
Who are
X's lit
you?
up right then.
And other people at school behind you support
I hate
Also,
Simon
I
Cowell.
don't really know I sing.
so they don't
No.
Oh, she's so cute.
Well,
Isn't she?
She's gonna be in an indie pop band.
Oh, stop it.
Ah,
Who are these people they keep showing reactions of?
they're already applauding her, and she hasn't done anything.
Oh, it's going to be so bad.
But
it's
Mike
going to
Pop
be
is
so
great.
bad. Oh, it's so bad. It hurts me to death.
Is
Oh, look
that
at
a
the-
ukulele?
Oh, look at these people just smiling.
This is worse than I thought.
Ah!
She already belongs in a indie band. She sounds like the fucking Edward Sharp people.
Yeah.
Alabama, Arkansas, Mom and Paul.
She's, oh. And like everyone.
It's out of time. You're right.
Yes.
That's horrible.
Well, she's trying to do. Look. All these fucking normal-looking preppy girls just mouthing. Oh my god.
Clap along, baby.
Oh, these people clapping in the audience. You are cattle. You are nothing. Oh, I can't stand these reactions. It tears me apart. Oh. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
That was worse than I thought. That was way
The
worse than I
lowest
thought.
point society has ever reached.
That was really bad.
Just, oh my god. This
Hey,
is
look. She's going to end up on Sirius XM Alternate Nation.
alternate.
Now listen. Alt Nation.
Alternative, but alternate.
Alternate.
Alternate
That's
nation.
Alternate Nation.
Alternate nation. That's it. We found the title. Alternate nation.
Listen, we've talked about this before. Sometimes I'll listen to songs, listen to stations that just make me mad.
Yeah.
That's one of them. That's one of
Yeah.
them. So I was on my way back from a location one day. Actually, it was today. And I heard
Lumineers.
There
Then
was-
fits and tantrums.
there was like this.
rock block.
It was like a soliloquy almost, and like this person was talking about like this really deep song that it was a cover of. They hadn't revealed the song yet. They just said, and I quote, if you really listen, this song has a lot going on lyrically. Then I see it pop up on the radio station like a marquee. Designer. Panda.
No. This was an alt nation.
Yep.
No.
It was,
what?
it was a cover.
Oh, it's a
It
cover.
was a cover not that different from that.
Oh. Designer.
No, it's Designer with two eyes.
Designer. A cover on alt nation.
Yep.
What
Yep.
is?
Has a lot going on lyrically, according to this awful DJ. Well, no, she changed it. She changed it to where. Let me do it. Was that better or worse than? Was that better?
Shades of Grey. But we've got to get back to it, man. I'm sorry, but I know it's a lot of just those typical network style shows that are just, yes, they're the magnet for the most mediocre people, but
But what is it about that music and that style of singing that attracts people? It's like the disinterested weird girl. That like somehow
That's a whole different conversation,
But that-
man. That
It's
like the
like-
girl doing the acoustic Nico cover on YouTube.
Listen, this is why people like Adele. It's of this. Listen, it's cut from the same cloth. Look, that little girl is supposed to be like the outside weird girl. Adele's like the deep, kind of like
Fat girl.
wait, profound singer songwriter. They're both poppy. It just scratches that tiniest little itch of being something that everybody can relate to, so it's really easy, and you can play it on the radio. Like, people think Adele is deep. Well, they only think that because she doesn't sing about butts and, like,
butts,
drugs. But it's
butts,
just like
bubs, and drubs.
Adele's butt. It just scratches that surface of being, like, almost profound to where people that listen to pop music think it is. And so that's their take on it. That's why they like it. And that's why they like her, because she's the weird girl. Like me, I'm weird. But everybody's fucking, like, that's how everybody is. Like, quit trying to, like, make it something it's not.
This is great. I'm glad you're finally warming up here. This is good. I don't know how to comment, but it's people. The thing that gets me is that sound used to be not underground, but sort of off the radar. But the idea that it has become the accepted norm, like the idea that indie pop used to be something underground. It had pop sentimentalities. Like if you think of a Grizzly Bear or something,
like in the way it's structured, or like
just the
what do you mean?
poppiness of it. Like, you know the song 2 Weeks by Grizzly
Yeah.
Bear? It's not like a pop song, but it's poppy. But now indie pop has become such a thing that, like, there's Lumineers, Fits and Tantrums.
And that's what I'm talking about. Lumineers is the same thing as Adele.
Oh.
Because it's like
Except Adele is like
it's pseudo
the Michael Jackson
it's
of that
pseudo
stuff.
heartfelt songs. That's what it is. It's something that it isn't. But it just can barely trick people into thinking that this is really something. They're really singing about something. He's singing about love. What the
That's
fuck?
all-
Like that's
that's
what
all
everything
music,
is. Like,
yeah.
that's exactly it. It's just that our like musical palettes are so blown out from hearing designer. That's what it is.
Anything
That's-
of a slightly higher quality,
Exactly.
technically, is the best thing in the entire
That's
world.
what it is.
The thing that got me always about Adele was, remember, I think we brought this up on some Let's Play video where the new Adele song, Hello, came out, and people were commenting immediately, oh, get ready for the feels, get ready to cry. It's like, what? The notion precedes the fucking music. Like, you haven't even heard the song yet. You're like, oh, get ready to cry. That's what you look forward to? What is that? What is that? We got to get off this.
Do we?
We're getting mad. We're getting savage. You got any more phrases like savage? You wanna cry
I
about?
do want to say this.
How about you, Jelly?
Rocket League, man.
Oh, some updates.
Something happened
Oh,
on Rocket League.
tell me
there
the
was
story.
an actual
Tell me
update
the
on
story,
Rocket League.
man.
Rocket League has a set of 16 preset chat options. If you press the D-pad one way and then another way, it'll say something, like in the chat. So, like,
Yeah.
if you're playing, you can just hit left twice and it'll say, great pass. Well, now they've made it to where you can interchange them. Now, guess which one... Guess. Just take a guess.
Fire
What's one of
emoji.
them? What's one of them? Give me a
Fire
guess. Give me a
emoji.
better guess than that. Come on.
Lit.
You're close.
Savage.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No. No.
But the good news is...
How is fire emoji close to savage?
It is. It's all the same thing. The good news is they also put one in there that just says, okay. So that's my response. So, like, 3 people will just be putting, savage, 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 and then I'll just
Okay.
respond. Okay.
So it's kind of, it's good and bad. Mostly bad.
It's mostly bad because
there's
now
a
I have
little-
to see that every fucking... I play that game every day. It's not enough that I have to see Savage on Twitter
play it every day.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm glad you do. Glad you got a game that keeps you coming back to that console saying, I'm gonna play this today and I'm gonna be the best I can be today.
The world has doubled down on Savage. Now I have to see it twice as much.
Yo, we just watched the most savage episode of Game of Thrones.
Ugh, I never got lit. Sorry.
I felt lit as fuck.
I didn't get lit.
Yo, when Cersei was staring out that window and that thing blew up and she was like,
The High Sparrow got lit.
yo,
That was savage.
Man, he got lit as fuck. Yo, seriously, the Game of Thrones finale was one of the worst things I've ever seen. That's all I
It was
wanted to
pretty
say.
unimpressive.
I think it was just a real nightmare, and people are already all over social media. What's the best thing in the world? Oh. It's going to sound great. But yeah, man. Society continues to lower the bar. Or is it that the bar has always been so lower, but we're just more connected than ever, and we're seeing it?
I think we've talked about this before. I think the bar has always been low. It always
But
has been.
we're seeing it more
You're
than
always
ever.
a product of your environment.
We're more
So, like,
connected to how sucky we are as a
I think-
fucking people.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and we've talked about this before. Like, what if you were around when, in like the early '90s, when the golden age of rap or hip hop or whatever? Would we hate it, or would we like it? Like, you just don't know. I think I honestly think we'd probably not like it.
That's like how I always
we
say.
think it was hollow.
Am I just... That's sort of like my location thing. I'm trapped in the South. I hate it so much. Or is it that the next place I move to, when I finally get to the North or whatever,
You're gonna think the
I'm
South
gonna
is
fuck
great.
it. I'm going to find something new to hate. I'm just going to hate something everywhere I go. It's that kind of line of thinking. And it scares me. But I don't know, man. I think... We have a lot of frame of references to appreciate what was good. Or what is good even in the
And
present.
not everything bad is... not everything new is bad, is what I'm saying. Like, there's still stuff that comes out. That
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
great. That's great. Like, TV is better now than
like
ever.
T-Dubs.
T-Dubs is better now
Yo,
than ever.
better now than ever. I don't know. I want to get to something else, though, man. I got to take a sharp turn. Try to keep this buggy from flying off the fucking canyon edge. Hold on to it.
Ghost Recon Wildlands coming out 2016 February.
Close. Have you heard about Led Zeppelin lately?
What a weird. No,
Led Zeppelin, in some way, is still a thing. A few of those fuckers are still
I really
alive.
thought that they're still together as a band.
No.
Okay,
Like, half of them are dead.
well I know.
I said that so
What's his-
darkly.
John Bonham.
Half of them are dead. Yeah, who needs John fucking Bonham? Fucking.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but drummers are the most
Dispensable.
replaceable thing ever, and so are guitarists. But most guitarists. Although I would, Jimmy Page is. He's good. All right, I'll say it. I'll say it. He's good. Anyway, speaking of those guitarists, I wanted to talk about something that's been in the news lately. A verdict was reached recently about Led Zeppelin. There is an obscure 1960s instrumental song. Well, it can't be a song because that implies vocals. A tune.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
This court case has been going on for a very long time. Basically, a band called Spirit released an instrumental track way back in the day. I believe 61, 68, and Stairway to Heaven came out in 71.
Okay.
There is a part in this song that is eerily similar to Stairway to Heaven's
Stairway
opening.
to the Heavens.
Stairway to Heaven's opening guitar thing. I'll cut it up. It's not going to be as loud on the mics, trust me. The song is
Are
mostly
we live
terrible.
commentating?
Yo, this is my favorite part. I don't know where it is. I can't remember. It comes, though.
Is it like the opening part of that?
Here it is. Yeah. I mean, it changes.
It just changed, yeah.
But
It's similar.
yeah, it's very similar. But the thing about it is,
I mean, aren't there a finite number of notes you can play anyway?
this is true.
I guess not in the scheme of like you
But
can change them up, but
There's an even.
but like if you're gonna go one way on a guitar, you're gonna stick around that area typically, right? Like,
It depends on who you are.
I guess.
But it's a pretty close. The thing about it is, this was 68 and Stairway to Heaven was 71. So, it makes a lot of people wonder, and I believe this band was also British or whatever. I think Led Zeppelin was
British or whatever. Yeah, they are.
And it makes you wonder. But, in music, there's a lot of okay. Brief, I will keep this so brief. You know how I like to go off about music stupidly, like people know or care what I'm talking about. But chromaticism is when notes go it's one after the other. When you're in key, that rarely happens. But melodicism is basically when you remain in key. You can mix chromaticism, which is stepping out of key, with melodic things. And that's what that opening line is. The bass line is... Dun, dun, dun. I'm cutting that out. The bass line takes a chromatic down step while the upper voice stays in key. And that is an extremely common thing to do. And it just so happens that a lot of guitar riffs sound like this. But I just thought it was interesting that after all these years, finally the lawsuit that has been going on for so very long, I think some decades, was finally dealt with. And the funny thing about this case is
quote right there.
that they didn't sue in 1972. This guy Malafy that was a part of Spirit, he's been suing for a little while, and it's just, I don't know. It's interesting. People always want to try to drag, the rich down with, this kind of stuff. But admittedly, the song is pretty close, but yeah, it's sure as hell not going to pass.
Are you familiar with the music from the game Earthbound at all?
No.
It's pretty obvious they pick and chose from popular 80s tracks.
Oh.
And I don't know if they've had to, but I could imagine that they've had to ward off several lawsuits because they're strikingly similar to some really popular tracks.
The nature of this kind of thing is just so absurd. Lawsuits over music and the similarity. It's not like a matter of subjectivity. It's just how do you gauge that?
It's just because they're popular and they're not.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I thought it was interesting.
So they got to drag their name through the mud.
I mean, admittedly, it's
along with them.
That part is very similar, but you can't.
But it's like
can't
one
sue
part.
over
It's
that.
one part.
I think there's something.
That'd be like suing over one drum beat.
There's something along the line of it has to be a certain number of seconds being very similar for it to actually pass. But I thought
the language should be something like it has to be egregiously similar to where it's beyond any reasonable doubt.
I thought it was incredible that this was just in the news lately.
That is funny.
By the way,
that's crazy.
Stairway to Heaven is one of the most irritatingly overplayed starter guitarist songs. Like a lot
Iron
of
Man.
douchebags. Iron Man's, but that's like electric guitar. Iron Man's, electric guitar, Smoke on the Water, all that. But then when the dudes go to acoustic guitar and want to drop the ladies' panties, they do this fucking Stairway to Heaven, which is one of the simplest things to do if you just know how to do two fingers at once, which on your right hand, which is so easy. Coming from a guitarist. I don't know. Moving on. There's not much left to talk about, really. Mega 64 is doing version 4, or as they call it, 4.1. Did you have any comments to make about that?
No, not really.
None.
I don't.
I
don't.
I
haven't seen any of them.
I've tried to show you some of them, but
they're hard to digest.
They're mostly painful because it's Mega 64 being earnest, and that's not something they do best. At the best, Mega 64. At their best, they're being cynical. But when they really try to do something genuine, typically, ugh. Do you remember in the PT video at the very end when they tried to make this point about somebody that had too many toys in his garage and didn't know what to do with them, so he threw them away?
I'm pretty sure
it hurts when they do that kind of stuff.
I think they did something like that accidentally and they realized it.
No, they did that very intentionally.
Okay.
I bet Rocco was just like, I'm going to do this. Speaking of Rocco, I forgot to mention, my dog almost died today. I was back home with my parents, and we have a little miniature Schnauzer dog that we named Rocco after the great fat fuck Rocco Bodie. And the great fat fuck, it's like the GFF, it's like the whatever that fucking road doll thing is. The BFG.
The great fat fuck.
Great fat fuck. Can you
Coming
imagine
to
like
a theater
giant
near you.
Rocco Bodie being like a children's movie star?
The GFF.
That could be the title possibly. But yeah, my parents live out in the middle of nowhere in the country, and around 6 I decided to stay with them for the night. I was visiting, and I came downstairs to get some apple juice at like 6:45 in the morning after a fitful night of not really sleeping, and the dog was yelping in the backyard doing this. He does this weird thing where it sounds like a combination of like I'm trying to be bad and evil.
You
and,
can
but,
tell
like,
when
they're
a dog
scared.
barks. You can tell when a dog barks if it's like a panicked bark of like aggressive
It was
bark.
a panicked, scared.
You can
bark.
tell. You can definitely tell.
And I went out there, and it was still pretty. It was somewhat light, It was almost 7, and there was a fucking timber rattlesnake coiled up in the very corner of the yard, and that dog was fucking running at it and backing away and like holding its ears back and yelping, and I was like, oh fuck. And so immediately I was like, Rocco! 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 It's gonna sound great on this thing. And he came running and like practically like jumped into me, and I grabbed him and ran. And then my dad.
This is the best part. I like this.
My dad, I ran into the house and was like, "Oh fuck, dude!"
And he responded from the distant hallway. What's up, dude?
How you doing, man? Man, he got his fucking 357 and went out into the yard and shot that bitch in the fucking face and hit it like square in the head. It's just like, why?
That is awesome.
Why did he get it through? That thing no longer had a head.
Couldn't he just get a shovel and squash
That's
it?
what I mean. I don't know. You don't want to fuck with a rattlesnake. Like, you don't even want to get that close to it. You need to blow that bitch away.
Yeah, they actually do have pretty decent striking
They're
distance.
fast and they're tricky. And
Just like the GFF.
it was just amazing. We did get a shovel though eventually. Like just the idea that my dad would get
I've
his
never heard
fucking
of someone shooting a rattlesnake.
his fucking Clint Eastwood revolver and just blow that thing away.
One hand or two?
One hand.
No way! Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Did you cover your ears?
No, I was so like freaked out. I was like, Dad, you're getting pretty close to it. What are you doing? He got really close. It was just like the dude's crazy. This is a gun nut for sure. He looks for the opportunity to shoot a fucking gun. Really, what most people do is they get rifles and take care of snakes,
Like a shotgun
or a
would be,
shotgun.
yeah.
Shotguns are effective, but like
a fucking pistol. To
it's
shoot.
all he had loaded and ready, basically. Wow. He doesn't have the bed headstock rifle flipper or whatever that
That's
was.
what
we
every
talked
family
about.
of 4 needs.
But shotguns are really good for that. And man, that thing's we couldn't find any head. There was nothing left. He hit
It
that
probably
thing
exploded.
fucking in the head.
That's a good shot.
He goes to the shooting range a lot. He's really weird. Man, he put that thing down. And I had to get a shovel and like hurl it over the fence.
Did I tell you about my experience with the possum? Similar to that, but far less deadly, but still annoying.
No. Did you shoot at the fucking head point blank?
I got a baseball bat.
Why did you fuck with a possum? Was it like
Well,
trying to
they're-
kill your dog?
Yes, they're often rabid. It's not a joke.
I'm sorry.
I mean, come on. That possum is bigger than Rocco.
It's like a size of
the
a
dog. But that's impossible.
cat. The BFF.
The big.
The big fat fuck. That may be the episode title. There was another one, but that's pretty good.
Anyway, there was this possum about the size of Rocco on my fence. This was a while ago, and my dogs were barking. It sounds like my feet were hot. My dogs were barking at it, so I just walked out
Your
there.
feet were hot. Not tired, but hot. My feet were hot. Okay, sorry.
I grabbed that there baseball bat. I ran out. and
Killed that bitch.
I rescued the dogs. I threw them inside.
Wouldn't it like run away though if you try to get near it?
It hissed. It was hissing. It was just like,
Ooh.
and it opened up its mouth. Have you ever seen like a possum like bare its
It's
teeth?
fucked up.
They're
There's a
sharp
lot of
as-
teeth.
They're like cats.
There's a lot of teeth.
And like my mom was out there, and I was like, "I'm gonna hit this thing, okay?" And she was like, "Okay."
Was she up at 4 a.m. reading?
It was like at 8:30 in the or at night, but I was just like, "I'm gonna hit this thing with this this bat, and I hit it in the
How
head.
did the impact feel? Was it like a low thud?
I felt
was
terrible.
it hard or
It was a very hollow sound. It was like it wasn't good.
gross?
But
did it go?
no, it keeled over, landed on the other side of the fence. So I actually got a shovel myself.
You
Came
cut its
back
head
out
off with it.
I came back out and it was gone. And I was like,
You
"There's no fucking
stunned
way!"
it.
Like, it played possum.
Fucking
It played possum. I hit the thing so hard in the head with a bat. Like, I don't know how it could have survived that. It's probably mortally concussed.
It's probably dead now. What was this in 2002?
It's like in 2013.
when the Xbox came out.
Right. That's when
Check out our new video, E3 2002.
I was
It's
still
great.
hot from that.
I was fired up after playing a hot game of Turok.
Fusion Frenzy.
Well, yeah, that snake would have killed my dog. Like, you can't even like get a rattlesnake kit or anything. That's a tiny little dog. He would have been fucked.
Yeah.
But from now on, we're gonna be watching that bitch in the yard. It's a scary thing. You been playing any games lately?
Nothing different, no.
I've been playing a little Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorites.
Good one. I'm enjoying it already, even though I'm still doing, stupid tasks. I took some dude that I found in the desert that had been shot, and I had to take him to the apothecary.
Okay, Nigel West Dickens.
Yes!
I love that character.
And,
the snake oil salesman.
That's all I've done.
Oh, okay. He's great.
Yeah. I took him to the doctor, and he has to, stay there for a certain amount of time, so I went back and...
Yeah, you have to do, other missions.
Oh, I got to the sheriff shootout in that canyon or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. The aiming is interesting in that game.
I like the aiming.
because
I
you
think
can
it
go in the
feels good.
slow-mo thing, and that's
Oh, the
that's,
Deadeye thing.
That's really cool. I like that.
It levels up, actually, as you go along, too. You can change it.
Was it go longer or something?
It gets to a point where you meet a guy in Mexico who's just up.
You go to Mexico.
It's blatantly Wild Bill Hickok. It's obviously him. He even talks like him. It might be the same actor from Deadwood that voices him, actually. But you're under his tutelage for a little while, and you learn to aim in slow motion and press R1 or RB for you first, and it brings up a little red X on them. And you can do that on multiple people, and then pull the trigger, and it just sweeps across and shoots them.
Whoa!
It gets really cool.
But yeah, I'm enjoying the game, even at its early state that it's at. It's really cool.
It's
I don't
great.
know. I hate that I waited so long because I had an Xbox at the time that it came out. I just never got around to paying for a full $60 game.
I think that's probably the most fun I've ever had playing a game, multiplayer and single player.
I'm scared to do the multiplayer. You told me there was
It's broken.
hackers
It's
and
broken.
stuff
It's
or
6 years
something.
old. I mean,
So the server shouldn't be
it's not cared for. It's not curated.
Oh.
So
that's scary.
people are invisible and just flying around on their donkeys, and it's just horrible.
On their donkeys. I didn't know you could ride a donkey.
That's the first mount you have in multiplayer.
Oh, I see.
El Burro.
Well, that's pretty much all I had on the list of things to do. So you know what that means. It's time to get to
Movie picks.
Free State of Jones.
Finding Neem.
Finding Meme.
Finding Mimo.
Episode title. I'm gonna name my son Mimo,
Oh no!
and all he'll be able to do is say memes. I won't teach him English, just
I'm
fucking
gonna
memes.
put that kid in the dirt. I'm gonna slay him.
Hit him-
I'm gonna shoot him like your dad did.
Cut
with
his
that
head off with a
357.
shovel.
Please, I'll throw him. I'll toss him over the fence
Hit him
like
with
that.
a bat. It'll be really hollow. Well, it's
A moment of violence.
I love that band. It's time for music pack of the week, picks of the week. What you got? Me, you, what we do? Me
Play
fur. You, me. Who go?
I'll go first. Yeah, it's hard to pick a song from this band. We discussed this on the road trip to Baham. What'd you type in? Oh, you didn't type anything? Okay. It's tough because in this particular album, their songs evolve a lot.
Nico.
But I chose a song that I don't like instrumentals much. I know you're going to get on me.
Love them.
You're going to get on me. This is a great instrumental.
I'm an instrumentalist.
Let's Go Away for a While by the Beach Boys.
let me tell you this. That instrumental reminded me of something that could have played in Fear and Loathing during a scene of some horrible spiral.
I could see
that.
that.
Kind of the upbeat, like enchanting instrumental music that would still play, or perhaps like a murder scene in a Quentin Tarantino movie. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
liked
can see
it, and it had
I like the change
that
it
Wilson
makes.
brand of ooh,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
craziness.
Do you know that, like, not that I'm going to,
I
like,
know he's insane.
a big diatribe about pet sounds or whatever, but
I don't care.
do you know, like, the kind of the background of that album?
No.
Well, Brian Wilson was, like, I think he took acid at one point and
Many.
became super introspective. No, like, that was, like, the switch. He became really introspective, and he made that album almost solely by himself. Like, most of his band members were just like, this is not pop. It's, you know, we're not singing about girls and cars and stuff. And he was just like, I don't care, you know, whatever.
I'm on acid.
He had an entire orchestra, and he wrote the music for it. Like, that is all. That's not synthesized or anything
Incredible.
like any way. So, yeah. Have we talked about that movie Love and Mercy?
No.
It's about Brian Wilson.
Oh.
And that's how I know about that. It's good.
Is it on
Way
Netflix?
better. It's a better music biopic than Straight Outta Compton. That's for sure.
Is it on Netflix?
Might be.
I have to check this out. Well, I
Paul
like
Dano
that.
is
and
Brian Wilson in it.
very happy you're doing finally an instrumental pick because music without vocals is free of so much pretension.
You described music with vocals as pretentious.
I just did.
What did you just say? I was tuned out. I'm sorry.
Instrumental music is free of pretension from
Did you
vocals.
say that?
Yeah.
Oh God, sorry.
Like, seriously, the moment vocals come over a song, it just takes over everything. And, you know, it's like 1/5 of a lot of
Your
bands.
focus is put towards the vocals. That's for
It's
sure.
1/5 of a lot of bands. It just destroys. You know, there's a drummer, there's a bassist.
It's 1/5
There's-
physically, but not like
There's
compositionally.
there's
It doesn't feel
stuff
like
going
it.
on between, you know, various stringed instruments and keyboards. And it's frustrating. Instrumentalists hear things in a very different language. I don't know. But my music pick of the week, you know, I like a lot of music these days when it isn't of an, you know, a lot of music that I listen to that really speaks to me is instrumentally driven, or something that's, you know, strong for, you know, guitarists. And if I'm listening to something that's of, you know, a poppier nature or something with vocals, it's not always going to be catchy. That's not what I look for. I don't look for something that's always memorable. I look for something that's calming and has a certain air to it. And my music pick this week is a song called Nausea by Craft Spells.
Do you remember when we were looking for more songs that sounded like Sleep Apnea by the Beach Fossils?
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping to find. Stuff that sounded like that.
Well,
Not that the Beach Fossils are bad, but none of their stuff sounds anything like that song.
a lot.
That song is
Yeah,
good.
I agree. The thing, you know, I play this stuff for a lot of people, and they're like, "Oh, where's a catchy chorus? Where's a hooky bridge?" You know,
But you're more about the ambiance.
I
right?
really like, you know, just the feeling of when something's on. It doesn't always have to be memorable, but, you know, just the experience that you have with it. Something that just puts me in a state, you know, and I like music that's kind of dreamlike and hazy. If I'm not looking for something challenging. Like I said before, if I'm looking for some challenging guitar piece, that's different because that's what appeals to me as a musician. But if it's just something that
Strictly to listen to and just
I'm just clearing my mind to, something like Craft Spell's offering here is really cool, and you'll find a lot of the music that's like that I like has all the music kind of blends together. You don't hear lyrics sticking out particularly. It's an organic piece. I've kind of talked about this before, but yeah, that's my pick for the week, and I think it's all right.
Do you think it's all right?
I think it's
All
all
right.
right. I think
it's
it's
all
all
right.
right. Yo, man, who's all right, man?
I'm all right.
Getting me
down. How did it come to that?
It just happened. What happened?
Getting